Sabi kasos,
Uh,
they're having PS issues.
What? I guess it fixed. Asnon, sound is on, right?
Yes, on the zone.
Why won't they hear you? Ah. Oh yeah, we go through speaker, not mic. Okay, guys, welcome to the Syndicate Fall Championship, sponsored by Mazda, Mazda Broadband Internet. Day 2, the first match of the day in Always Lagging and Ganzam Gaming. So, Niwohai, tell us what you felt about yesterday's match of Ganzam Gaming, how they played.
Before that, let's take a look at the bans. The blue side started off with a Vayne ban, and the purple team started off with a Caitlyn ban. And Braum comes in as well. So a lot of focus on the bot lane already.
Are you expecting an Alzheimer ban or a Renekton ban? Because
The stream is showing the schedule. Oh, yeah, there you go. The Malzahar ban. I guess these people were watching the match yesterday. And yeah, a Jinx ban as well. So that's 4 people in the bot lane already. 1 for the mid.
I guess they banned the Jinx in the. Probably they're gonna go for that Graves. Graves is already free. Graves is still free.
Warwick ban target at the jungle. I am unfamiliar with all of the players on the blue side.
Same here.
I do hope to see some strategy out of this team.
So we're seeing a Morgana being hovered. Morgana might be a decent pick since the Leona is free for Juju, and Juju might have, Juju has to either pick the Leona or come up with something else. So a Thresh picked ultimately, but same thing, yeah.
Leona's not the best pick into a Thresh if Thresh is played right. So I find that a little concerning.
Blood Angler, can you please mic? There's echo coming from there. Okay. So Oriana already, the mid lane already being picked. Yohai, shouldn't they go for another pick right now since blind picking a mid lane just waited out?
Yeah, it's always a very risky move. But then again, not everyone is able to pick out each other's champs and switch. Champ pool might be an issue.
I in the jungle and
Yeah,
might see an Oriana.
And Vi is always an interesting jungle. Whether it's ganking or farming, she's very capable. As long as she goes the tanky build. So yeah, Oriana is locked in for the mid lane. And
And we see Jibish taking his Graga second.
Yeah, back to comfort picks for this team.
And there's a Renekton, as I said before.
Yeah, the
He,
Renekton was banned out yesterday, and since it was left open today, I am a little surprised that only the Malzahar was really targeted. We always see Faith and Juju go for these particular picks, the Graves and the Leona respectively. Uh, People should know by now that these are their most comfortable picks. So Purple Side already have um, 4 picks that they always take whenever available.
I
So
guess the blue team already planned against the. I think the blue team already planned against their Graves. That's why they left the Graves open and rather, just took out the Vayne. Possibly because they have some sort of strategy in mind, perhaps.
the purple team, the blue side do have a very, if these picks do go in, they have a very strong mid game. Very strong mid game. I mean, Corki, of course, as soon as he gets his Sheen, is going to do a bit more damage to Graves than Graves might expect. And then as soon as his Trinity Force is complete, that is a massive power spike for him.
So we see a Rek'Sai being locked in. I guess it's a top 5. I don't think the purple team anticipated a top 5, but a top 5, I guess. I don't expect a Rek'Sai top there.
It would be interesting to see Rek'Sai in the top lane. Yeah, the picks there are a little confusing. I wouldn't be surprised if...
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they're both very, very interchangeable. I mean, you don't see Rek'Sai in the top lane very often, but
Exactly.
he is capable of it. He's not weak in the top lane. He's just not the often pick because there are much better top lane picks. Vi in the top lane.
Yes, Renekton would be quite. I don't know how to put it.
No, Renekton is going to have a lane either ways, but Vi in the top lane is good. I mean, she's strong in the lane, but her utility is really, really wasted as far as the ult goes.
So it's Brand in the mid lane. But Anger, tell us about Brand versus Orianna, since you main Brand. And people don't let you play it.
The thing is, Oriana needs some early advantage in terms of CS up against Brand like that. And Brand, on the other hand, will try to get some kills early because of his passive. So if Oriana manages somehow to get rid of that one, can be pretty safe early in the game.
In terms of the team composition, which team do you feel is a step ahead, or rather, which composition is a bit better?
Which composition is better? That's a little difficult to say. Um, I'm expecting the purple side to have a very good laning phase. A very good laning phase. Normally, with the composition that the blue side have, I would say that their team fighting, theoretically, is very, very potent. But the problem here is because the purple side is going to, or I'm expecting, they're going to have such a good laning phase, um, that they should be items or levels ahead of the blue side at almost all times past um, 8 minutes or 10 minutes into the game. So that mid-level power spike, those mid-level power spikes that the blue side is supposed to have are going to be fairly negated because the laning phase is going to go so well for the purple side.
All the AoE, what I can see, just depends on that Oriana from blue team. I think it's gonna be great when Vi Altis and Oriana follows up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting the ball to stay on Rek'Sai instead of Vi. because Vi is already going to be dealing a lot of damage, but Rek'Sai can really get in into the middle wherever he wants, because it's more or less a targeted spell, his burrow. Vi, on the other hand, if you keep the ball on her and she ults somebody, um, excuse me, if that person moves too far away from the rest of the team or flashes, then Oriana's ball staying on Vi would be fairly uh, ineffective because it might not catch all of the members that they want. But Rek'Sai being able to burrow into a strategic spot in the team fight, knocking up people, and then the Oriana ult coming in, I'm expecting that to catch out more people. So I think that would be a lot more effective. So yeah, I mean, in the mid game, the blue side theoretically they have a very very strong lineup for team fights. But again, as I had said earlier, I'm expecting the purple side to have a very strong laning phase.
Exactly.
Now,
But
the bot lane, on the other hand, might go to the blue side if Thresh can outplay Leona, because Leona's Zenith Blade is effectively nullified by the Flay if played right. Corki can also get out of situations very easily. So I think that the bot lane for the blue side is stronger, but that will really depend on whether Thresh can pull off the plays at the right time.
interesting to see that blue team has a lot of age in the likes of Vi and Rek'Sai. But considering if they go all in too fast, Gragas might just reset that fight. The ult. You know why?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Considering blue team can go, all in, all in with all of their age, like Vi going in, they have Rek'Sai going in, they're all ready for the engagement. Suddenly, Gragas can actually nullify their entire fight by that one battle, by the one ult. You know, one ult and everyone splits off.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So what it will come down to for the blue side is they time their gap closers, Rek'Sai, Vi, and Thresh. They time their and they coordinate with each other while in their communication. Who goes in at what time, so that Jibish doesn't have the perfect opportunity to disengage all three dives at once. So rotation will play a very, very strong part in how effective blue side's team fight is. Ooh,
I
Spirit Fire Brand.
fire brand.
Something right now where even after Orion plays defensively early in the lane, um, will it be effective in late game? Because
Um, if
for
we talk
Warriors,
about the
we
late
have seen
game,
that kind of composition in two side. I mean,
if we talk about the late game, in the late game, I'm a bit surprised blue team went for this comp because the ADC Corki is very strong mid game, but uh, he's not exactly the best of ADCs for the late game. Whereas Graves with that Infinity Edge, if it goes late game, he'll have at least an Infinity Edge, Static Shape, Phantom Dancer,
I
either
guess
one of
Orion
them,
will have
or
some problem landing her ult
yeah,
properly.
it'll all depend on how the mid game goes. If the mid game can go really well for the blue team, um, it's it's gonna be pretty difficult for the purple team to a lot because Renekton is a very uh, it's Renekton is that one champion who uses the early game to snowball the entire game. If Renekton cannot use that early game properly, they do. Man, Renekton does have problems from the from mid game. He has some sort of problems. He can't utilize his early game. Um, and also if we
Microphone
consider
muted.
that the blue team, the purple team also has a brand. The brand deals a lot of damage in late game. So if the blue team really wants to take this match
And
away,
for that brand composition, uh, when Leona is
Microphone
there,
activated.
it's gonna be good for Brand. I mean, his ult can go right in most of the situation for that.
Yeah, true. Um, what I want to see, what I said before, is that how Gragas uses ult. Will he save it for a disengage, or rather he'll use it for an engage? Because it is a very good disengaging tool,
Yeah,
and it's also a very good engaging tool.
Leona and Gragas will have some problem because
Yeah,
if it goes in the same time, but I think Jeebus has something in his mind regarding this one.
yeah. If he can utilize the Gragas ulti well, they might just, they might take this game. Possible, because Gragas ult can be really good against this blue team if the blue team it goes all in.
Yeah, and for a Vials, it's gonna be effective. I mean, up against a Vials.
So for the blue team, they should just wait out. They should check. They should just have patience and then engage. Just so that they can kill someone and they do not get disengaged because of the Gragas ult. So they should plan on something ahead. And Nimobhai, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
You expect a roaming Rek'Sai?
A roaming Rek'Sai. Not exactly roaming. I expect there to be a couple of his tunnels near the bot side, so that he can ult in for the dragon or gank. Excuse me. But not necessarily roaming, because you do not want to leave the lane to a Renekton. You don't want a Renekton to be able to farm freely. That is just incredibly risky for the mid and late game.
As far I know, that Renekton is played by Credo X. He's really good on Renekton.
Yeah, that's what I said before. Yesterday they banned the Renekton, even though they didn't ban the other champs, but they banned the Renekton. Creator plays really good on the Renekton, so interesting to see. Gets the Renekton, and he gets, his counterpart picks a Rek'Sai. I don't know how this matchup will go. Honestly, I'm very curious about this.
Kind of match where it's not predictable.
I'm interested to see how this goes, because I've never seen a Rek'Sai top.
Yeah, it's a really risky pick.
That meta isn't there right now.
So guys in the stream, please let us know what you think about the game, which team will come out top, and what do you think about the top lane matchup, Rek'Sai versus Renekton. And of course, to remind you guys, you're watching the Syndicate Fall Championship, sponsored by Mazada Amateur League Day 2, and this is the first match. So, Bloodanger, you're saying something. Yeah, please continue.
So this matchup between Corki and Graves, and faced with Ignite, so they might try for a early kill or something. I'm not sure about it.
I would rather, I would rather see what they do, because Corki gets a power spike and he gets that level 6 because he has that ult, and then he gets, by around that time he also gets a Sheen. So with the Sheen and the ult damage, he'll do a lot of damage. He'll do, slightly bit of more damage than Graves in that sense. And if gets a early Triforce, that's a very, powerful Corki right there.
And Corki after Triforce isn't squishy anymore.
Yeah, Corki after Triforce is not squishy. And Corki after Triforce deals so much damage because of the ult and the spell blade. The Triforce passive deals a lot of damage if you can use it well. So
what I'm thinking is what Rek'Sai is gonna build first up against his Renekton.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Rek'Sai went for a longsword. I don't know why a longsword.
Rek'Sai, not sure.
pretty standard starts. Pi starting with the drugs though, and Gragas is starting with the Grump, and good amount of leash by finisher, and then the laning phase starts. Let's see how this laning phase goes and how Rek'Sai, you know,
Fares against the
fares
Renekton.
with the Renekton. You know, before during season 3 and the start of season 4, everyone used to call Renekton, you know, early game boss.
Oh, an early hook lands on Juju, damage is dealt, but
That's a good amount of damage, and the blue team came out of that trade.
I'm actually very surprised to see the death sentence come out first from the Thresh instead of the play. The play's passive just really, oh my god, that is a lot of damage on Rek'Sai already. But yeah, okay, so the bot lanes have hit level 2. Thresh is still on level 1, so that might be an issue. He hooked in a very, very bad spot.
The
And
exhaust
that
goes and the
cost him his flash.
It's
and
rather bot lane is playing offensive.
yeah, bot lane should play offensive. They have a Graves and a Leona. With the Leona passive, you know, Graves deals a lot of damage. Leona is very strong in the laning phase when he's level 3. So
Yeah, so Thresh taking the early hook and Leona hitting level 2 before him really cost him a lot there. Although he is regaining most of his HP back. There is a fight in the top lane and wow, Renekton dived in a little too far and took a turret hit that he didn't need to take. He was really winning that exchange.
So we kind of forgot that Rek'Sai does have sustain in the lane with that,
the
you know,
burrow
the
and
burrow,
yeah, stack. With the bar.
the bar.
Oh, that is a very, very good hook. He gets him within turret range and a lot of damage is dealt onto Faith. So Faith was a little out of position there, a little too close to the turret, the hook and the play.
Thresh is picking his spots pretty well.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
And you know, Corki is just at the right spot to, you know, dish out some damage.
Corki is maintaining a good amount of damage, always staying outside of Graves' abilities ranges. And dealing the poke in return, although he is running through his mana a little fast. There is a ping for assist in the top lane, I believe, and Vi
I
is
guess Vi is going there.
Vi is taking the long road because Renekton is really, really pushed out. No, she just decides
Just watch out.
to forget it. The long route would have been really, really useful. Okay, so Vi's vault misses and Rek'Sai is taking
Oh
excessive
god.
damage for no
The
reason.
counter gang, the counter gang.
I guess he's gonna run out.
Oh, so the flash is spent. NASA is just standing there.
Just standing there and seeing whether he needs to intervene or not.
Yeah, so far the top lane is really, really going against the Rek'Sai, even with the Vi gang coming in first.
Did Oriana just walk into that pillar of flame?
Yeah. No, that
He should
happens
watch
every
out
now
for
and
that. He should watch out for that.
I think he's a little bit nervous facing this threat because from the first moment when Brand came in,
There's a pause there.
There's a pause at a very, very bad time.
he's harassing.
Goblin just started fighting. Come on. Do not pause at this time.
But the ADC has DC, so they don't even call it.
And we see a lot of comments in like Rek'Sai top serious. People are thinking Rek'Sai top. What was Band 101 thinking about the Rek'Sai top against a Renekton? People are going to ask those questions. Nimuhai, do you think Rek'Sai was the wisest of options?
Like I had said early on, Rek'Sai is possible. Playing into Renekton is really, really difficult because Renekton has the dive, damage, and then get out possibility. He clears waves as well, so he's constantly going to be pushing Rek'Sai under the turret. He has currently a ward, which keeps him safe. So he has the right mindset. Push, 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 while being safe. There isn't really
the game is
much
being
that
resumed.
Rek'Sai can do, other than poke with What is that called? Prey Seeker.
Called Prey Seeker? No. They're all Rek'Sai, so I probably know about that. So the bot lane, Graves and Leona is pushing the bot lane.
Almost. That hook.
Oh, almost. That was a nice attempt.
I really think that even though the blue side is being pushed in on the bot side, Thresh should hold on to that death sentence in case Leona decides to jump them.
Go in with the Zenith.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be near the turret.
Brand going
Wow, Brand is dealing
very
a
aggro
lot
on
of
this.
damage to Orianna right now, who is very short on mana. Has to recall.
Orianna
Doesn't.
Farming up.
So Jivish is rotating around to the bot.
I don't think Jibish will probably be able to gank the bot lane because they are playing very defensive.
So
Waiting
the top lane and the jungler recall at the same time. But
Oh, the Rek'Sai.
there
for
it is.
Rek'Sai just comes back to lane. It's like it's a free TP. It's a free
Rek'Sai
TP.
goes in really strong, but he does not seem to realize he just came back from base and he has no HP to show for it.
But Renekton's ulti was popped at that instant.
Rek'Sai got a lot of.
Renekton might dive him. Yes, he
Easy
does
first blood
dive
goes
him.
over to Renekton. Rek'Sai made a huge mistake there. Yeah, he just came back, he had the items, but he failed to realize that Renekton can stun him in the middle of a full wave. The waves do a lot more damage than people tend to remember. And that cost Rek'Sai. So,
Good goes to
Renekton is
Renekton.
now 700 gold up. That is really, really gonna hurt. A hook goes really, really wide.
Brand is going for the Leon instrument, I guess, and it's full build on Brand because of its passive, and the penetration comes within its.
Yeah, so the Haunting Guise's penetration along with his passive is massive. Liandry is just gonna be murder.
Oh, that hook.
A hook lands, but the play is little off there.
But that was a good amount of damage from the bot lane.
A lot of damage was dealt to Fade there.
Gragas
But-
is in lane.
This has
Possibly
happened
they'll
before, and they weren't able to capitalize on the damage being dealt to the ADC.
Oh, Gragas in and
Yeah, the
Gragas
lane
wants an
gank is,
engage. Gragas has a level 6 and Gragas wants to engage. I don't think the blue team will. I think the blue team
that
might.
was a good dodge. Brand is really punishing Orianna
they
in the mid lane.
They might just get, smarted here. But they're not pushing to the limit. They're not going so much ahead.
Thresh is really out of position. This is a very good ult opportunity for Gragas. Thresh does not. Oh, Thresh's flash just came up. I'm sorry. A lot of damage could have been dealt out to Thresh. He would have been completely caught out. A recall.
What are they doing? Oh, they just caught.
So much CC, but Jivish picks up that kill. Wow, Thresh didn't even get time to throw out his ult there. Although that wouldn't really have made much of a difference. So Thresh is forced back to the base, and that means that he can pick up his Sightstone. Which is really gonna come in handy here.
What is Rek'Sai planning? Considering he gave first blood, what do you think he's planning?
I'm having a little issue with my client.
now Rek'Sai going for damage even if he's in bad condition. It's not the best idea for him.
I don't know what he's thinking. When he's facing against a Renekton, he should probably be going a bit more of a bruiser build rather than a full glass cannon?
No, not even a bruiser. I mean, they really needed Rek'Sai to go full tank in this composition because Orianna is really squishy. Corki has the escape, but Corki needs someone to be in the front line soaking up some damage so that he can land those skill shots. Just the poke is not going to help from his ulti.
But what is surprising is the blue team has a good amount of vision at the moment.
One more combo from Brand and gonna be over. It,
Yeah, so Brand is sitting on about 1,150 gold. I'm guessing he's gonna wait for the full Leandris complete. I expect the Leandris to come in before anything else, unless he decides on getting some shoes.
So they're
The shoes
probably
not
gonna
really
start the
necessary.
dragon right now.
No, I
Probably-
think it's a little too early for the dragon. Corki is really behind. They're not being able to utilize this Sheen power that Corki has right now. Gragas is coming back around. A hook does
now the
land. Wow, a lot of damage on Faith, but a lot of summoners spent there, and Thresh is standing there for a bit too long. So the engage was very good, but the full damage did not come out, and
he's gonna dead.
interestingly, Thresh decided to walk back into that.
I mean, the reaction time from Fate and Leona was pretty nice, dude. Everything they did was in a split second.
Oh, the first gank in the mid lane by Vi, and that takes a lot out of Brand. The HP bar goes down, and the flash is spent.
Bot
So,
lane tier 1 goes
kills
down.
in the bot lane. The kill in the bot lane has really transferred into a strong advantage. Bot lane turret already goes down. 13 minutes
I think he's
in.
gonna die here.
A nice knockup by the Rek'Sai. He manages to escape that.
Almost killed him off.
Very,
Oh,
very
that
well
was
done.
that
That
was
turned
well
around.
done.
Renekton got a little cocky there.
Hits. That was from him.
So 2 flashes spent in the top lane. Renekton dives in too far, gets hit under the turret, knocked up under the turret, takes a couple more turret hits than he had expected, and the Prey Seeker finds his mark. The Rek'Sai gets a kill to his name, and kills and deaths are even in the top lane, which is very surprising. But Renekton is still 31 CS ahead.
And with a Black Cleaver, he's gonna be monster. And that Bam is Cinder, I guess. Yeah. That Bam is Cinder.
I think the Rek'Sai is now going for a dead man's plate. I see a chain vest there and a ruby crystal. So he might be going for that dead man's plate. And Renekton has a Bami Cinder, so that probably the earmarks of probably a Sunfire Cape.
The
Yeah.
advantage here from Renekton is massive.
The purple side will need to be careful and remember that Corki does deal a lot of magic damage. So Renekton should keep in mind that a little MR will go a long way, or else Corki can actually deal more damage to Renekton than he'll be expecting.
So the purple team is trying to siege the mid lane. They have a lot of wave clear, the blue team. They have a lot of
Pillars of Flame. Pillars of Flame.
Hey, you cannot cluster when there's a brand. Brand can just burst you down if you're clustering.
Both junglers are seen near the mid lane, so if anything breaks out, they should be able to respond. Jeevish is there first. Vi is still on the other side of the wall.
I think red team could take Dragon right.
Oh, that was a
lot
good
of
attempt on the
damage
hook.
dealt onto the support. Yeah, so far the game is going fairly one-sided. Purple side is having that strong laning phase that we had expected.
And red team is pinging the dragon. I guess go for it already, because blue team is in no position to, contest it.
Easy dragon.
It's an easy dragon, and blue team does not, want to contest it as well.
Yeah, they do want the mid turret though. How much damage can they deal out on this? Not much. About a third of the turret goes down.
And they just disengaged.
With his movement speed, man.
Orky really needs those sorcerer shoes. Okay, so Jibish was walking on a pink ward, but he spotted it in the end just before he
Yeah,
decided.
Corky's sitting on 1200 gold.
Brand is really landing those killer
Killer
flames.
flames.
So the Bomby Cinder is causing Renekton to get hit by the turret quite often. Prey Seeker misses its mark. So the farm in the mid lane, even. I'm sort of surprised. Brand really lost that advantage he had early on. And he hasn't been able to convert it at all. So that gank by Vi really did pay off. Ooh, the knockup is just a little behind.
It might get a kill out here.
The Dominus comes down and that should be able to save. That was a nice disengage by Jivesh's ult, but I really think that had they
could have just killed them all.
that, they would have been able to kill Rek'Sai. So they're showing, the red side is still showing a lot of respect to the blue side.
Orky's solo pushing the bot lane, whereas the red team is trying to siege the mid lane once again.
The mid lane is a lost cause right now. Graves could have dealt so much more damage to that. Corky pushing out the bot lane is a really smart decision right now, but the way he's doing it is not. There are no wards near the entrances to the river, so he is such an easy target right now. I mean, the fact that no one has responded to that is really surprising. I mean, Renekton had his teleport up. There's a pink ward right there. Go in, take out the Corky, save your turret. You're ahead on farm. You might as well be ahead on kills as well. So a misplay there on the side, on the part of the red side.
Right now. But I don't know what will happen to them.
No, the blue side need to play defensively right now. I mean, their lane phase was really weak. Really was. Both the ADCs and supports are a level behind their counterparts.
What do you know? Orianna is actually 100 goal ahead. I don't know how, but he's 100 goal ahead. At the same CS, and it's probably the turret doing the influence, but Orianna's a bit ahead in gold.
They are even on turrets, so that is a little weird.
Yeah, that is weird. How do you get more gold like that? They have the same CS, they have the same...
Yes.
Black magic from Riot, bro.
Black magics.
Black magic. 20 minutes and the top, that was a very nice hook landed, and Juju flashes over the wall there so that it's not hit by the damage or the CC. Yes, 20 minutes in and the top laners have not moved from their spots.
Oh, I think.
Such a deep engage by Leona. The Orianna ult follows up. Wow! GB just throws out that barrel and deals so much damage. Picks up a kill on Vi. Brand takes out Orianna. And a very good fight. A very, very good fight.
That key turret is gonna fall to the burden.
So all of the first tier turrets for the blue side are
User
gone
joined
now.
your channel.
Hello, user.
Nemo, hi.
Yes.
Down in a bit. I need to talk.
User left your channel.
Excuse me, guys.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay, guys, now we can see Rek'Sai versus Renekton going on. Don't know what is gonna happen. Backs off.
So yeah, Blood Anger. What do you think about what do you think about the top lane? Like, I was AFK. I just came now. I was streaming and I was not really listening to the shoutcasting. So my question is, what do you think about this Rek'Sai thing? Is it gonna be like they're gonna be very mobile? You know.
I mean, I think he's a great. I think he thinks his Rek'Sai is very good, but the combo
User
that
joined your channel.
the combo that goes well with Orianna, I think Rek'Sai isn't one of them, because it's really tough for a Rek'Sai to make an initiate where Orianna is gonna go for a 3-man ult at least. So it wasn't the best pick, but let's see what happens.
Renekton is just having such an easy time defending the top turret against and Orianna and the Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai, you're right, Rek'Sai's pick really wasn't the best pick. Had he gone full tank and not gone for the Tiamat early on, he may have had more of an impact in the team fight. I mean, he would have been able to sustain longer for Orianna to land.
Oh,
the...
I think he's dissing. Oh no.
Hmm?
I thought Vi was dissing.
So we see Graves is pushing in the bot lane and Thresh is only just responding, but then he decides I need to fall back because there's this huge fat man coming in.
GB6 gonna die right now? No.
The solo player is spent to keep Gibish alive, even though that wasn't really necessary, but Graves is dealing a little bit of
User joined
damage
your
on the bot
channel.
lane.
Hey guys, I'm back.
But the front
That was a good.
from blue team, I'm not thinking it's well enough.
So a fairly one-sided game so far. Only one kill on the blue side, and that was because Renekton dived too far, got a few too many hits by the turret. Oh,
That was a-
I actually managed to secure.
No,
Oh, no,
I didn't
Vi
secure it. Brand did.
Oh, okay, so Vi barely misses. So we see a lot of defensive wards coming in for the blue side. And the red side are really doing a great job of warding the blue side jungle. They know where they want to go, they know where the blue side is going. All map movement is being covered. So the laners, they know how far they can push. Renekton is finally rotating around outside of his lane. But only so far as the jungle. Spotted by the jungler. He knows he's in a bad spot, but he really wants that wolf. That wolf goes really wide.
Rich trying to get the vision from blue team in jungle areas for some really.
Ooh, so the second tier turret in the bot lane goes down as well. Yeah, the red side, they're doing an amazing job of warding and de-warding the entire map. Making the map theirs. Graves is still pushing and he's not being responded to. He's not being responded to very well. The blue side, they really want to defend this mid turret. Yes, but Renekton decides to go back.
Brand giving some poke as if he's playing Ziggs.
Rek'Sai wants an engage.
He has the
But
ball on him, but just not there. The red side, they know that they're at a disadvantage in a 4v5. So all they're gonna
Way too deep, man. Way too deep.
way too deep.
really deep. The ult does come in from Orianna, but there isn't enough damage. Juju manages to escape that. Grace picks up 2 kills, a third for triple. Why is Vi is
There
disconnected?
might be a penta there.
So a quarter kill cools over to Graves. Vi did not notice, or something went wrong there. She was backing in the middle of a fight. Renekton manages to take out the top turret, while blue side lose a 5v4 situation. They lost 4 members there. They're losing the mid turret as well. They lost a top turret.
It's almost
Grace picks up 4
impossible to
kills.
come back from this kind of situation because front line, what I'm seeing from two side,
And they're pinging the Baron. The Baron is like, it's a very good option right now. The blue team cannot contest the Baron, even if the red team starts it. They have
Actually,
to.
they can't. No, Jibish is really low on the HP right now. So the jungler is not in the equation. They have no vision there, so they don't have this information. This was a
I
very,
think
very
they
contestable
do now. They
start.
are actually coupling and moving there. And
It is a
the
little late.
scrying orb comes in.
Scrying over is out, and a lot
oh,
really,
that holds-
really
that holds
close,
there.
but they don't manage to steal the Baron away. Juju is dealing a lot of damage. Renekton is standing in the middle with his dominance down, and he's dealing a lot of damage as well. Kills come out from
Double
both
kill
sides.
and
The purple side
that.
go for it. And only the support goes down for the
Oh,
blue side.
that
But
rocket
the
miss.
buff did go over, and it's still available on the Brand and the Gragas, who both have a lot of wave clear and pushing capability. But they're probably going to lose the mid turret for this. There are 4 members of the blue side there. Second tier
might probably
turret
lose
should
the
go
second
down
one as well.
They do have the damage here with the Sheen on Corki, the Trinity Force on Corki. But they need to really hightail it right now. Vi is definitely having connection issues because she's always just sticking around.
Vi was. Did you see? Vi was hitting the turret even though it died. He was hitting the turret even though the turret died.
No, he was hitting the minions. Yeah, so Vi is having connection issues. The third dragon, I'm sorry, is gonna be going over to the red side again. Easy, uncontested. Vi is definitely having too many problems right now. So Baron buff on 2 members of the purple side. Third dragon as well.
Deathnot's brand focusing on those real AoE damage, but with the little sickle, gonna be really effective now. And also their front line is bad, where Leona and Jibesh can go in and Brand can do
So the
that.
Vi is reconnecting at the moment.
A summoner has reconnected.
So Vi did reconnect. I guess the game will be starting very soon.
Almost 11k gold lead from really one-sided match, to be honest.
I guess it's due to the big ban phase when the red team had such a good laning phase compared to most of what it's a very good laning phase for the purple team. So
As expected. I mean, you take a look at the lineup, and they do have all of that power.
And Gragas does get caught out.
A little too far, but he is really, really chunky right now.
They're sieging the mid turret. They do have the Baron buff.
And
Baron
Renekton
in power.
continues to stay in his lane. That hook somehow managed to land. That is a faulty hitbox. So Rek'Sai goes to contest the top push that's incoming. And yeah, Renekton, I'm guessing he chose not to leave this lane at all. We saw this from him yesterday as well with the Nasus. He never really joined the team.
He wasn't playing Nasus, he was playing Garen.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Good thing that you even remembered about that match.
Yeah, because it was so one-sided. People don't quite remember one-sided matches.
No, but yeah, I mean, this seems to be his playstyle. Stay in the lane, commit to the lane.
That Rek'Sai is killing some.
And Vi is there again, but the red side, they decide not to touch Vi since she was having so many connection issues. I like that, a little sportsman-like behavior. We saw this from their team yesterday as well. They really, really back off as soon as they realize that someone's having those packet loss or connection issues. It's really, really nice to see.
What I think is Vi was really good with some gems like Talon, Sid, and something like that. With the AoE composition, like Oriana, really tough to handle.
So they're going after the Renekton. 3-man commits. That's a missed shockwave. But Renekton flashes out. They committed way too much on the Renekton.
No, they really want this guy who's just standing on the sidelines, pushing in to their base. The
bot
idea
lane
is
is
to
being
get rid of
closed
one
right now.
person and then go into another 5v4. But the 5v4 really needs to be pulled off better than it was in the last team fight.
Pressure from red team. It's almost impossible to resist.
Oh, so Graves is standing there alone, taking chunks out of the turret, and they weren't able to respond to that. So they lose a lot of hit points off of the turret in the bot lane. This game really, really seems to be getting to a point where it's irrecoverable. It is still salvageable at the moment. They have the strong team fight capability, but they're not being able to use it the way they want. Graves is really, really just getting free damage down on the turret. Rek'Sai is trying to go up against a red buff Gragas, who is 3-0 and 6, and that's not really the best idea, especially with the Renekton flying around behind him.
Oh,
That's a lot of damage.
So a smart move by Rek'Sai, catching Gragas out under the turret, but really not too much effect. A hook flies in through the middle of Oriana and Graves, and Graves is just gonna take this out right now. A nice shockwave, but Thresh flashes
Brand
in
dealt
and plays in the
way too
wrong
much damage
direction.
there.
Graves just has too much damage.
Right now, it's
Brand dealt way too much damage there.
Oh, that's what happens when you have a Luden's Echo and a Haunting, guys.
Look at the Morello.
just last favorite. I think the moral.
Oh.
How you forget that.
Rek'Sai is playing smart against, but it's a bit too late. Play that smart because they've
Yeah,
just
you're 34 minutes into the game, and that was a really, really weird flash. Xenoblade does not connect. Gragas flies in. No one hit by the belly either, but they lose. The blue side lose the turret, and the inhib is probably gonna go down.
Red team
No,
doing a
they
pretty
are
good job
still
pushing out all the
respecting.
lanes rather than just meet. It's a really good thing that every team should learn.
I think they're just going for the dragon, the
The
Baron
Baron.
now.
Yeah, so the red side really were surgically cutting up the blue side base.
Jeebish is
And
good.
Jeebish is fully unaware of what is going on around him, recalling even though the lantern flew in.
Will the blue team go for the Baron now? They are
already
going for
started
that
it, but
Baron.
they
Oh.
have not dewarded. Okay, so ward is taken out. Renekton is pushing down. Gonna take out the inhib. They're gonna lose an inhib for this Baron. I suppose that is a fair trade. The Baron should help them defend
Almost.
better.
These guys are gonna get this. Just get out. Get out of here.
That ward is so entirely unnecessary, and
Why?
Thresh,
Why
just a
Renekton is
risky
pushing?
play.
Why
You do
Renekton?
not take the Baron and then engage on a fight immediately. That shockwave only hits Leona.
That was just poor. Um,
Yeah, so the
that was
game
a
is
poor
over
decision
here.
from the team.
Blue team's
Poor
That fight was
decision.
entirely unnecessary. The Baron buff would have really helped them defend. The ace comes in, Renekton's already cutting up, slicing down the base.
And this is GG.
He throws on the
That was
Dominus just for a
really
little
good
show,
decision.
and they are
Design.
slowly but surely taking down the Nexus. So the first game of the day, fairly one-sided. I think the game was really lost in the picks and ban phase.
Double kill for three. Oh no. Almost.
So Thresh almost getting the double kill.
Yeah, so if we go back to the picks and bans, Rek'Sai definitely not a good pick against Renekton. All of the lanes fared poorly.
Not only that, where you have someone like Oriana in your team, I think Rexa and Vi isn't that big of a deal.
I was very surprised.
Don't tell me next time it's gonna be Malzahar and Brandon.
I think that's close.
Yeah, I just invited.
আচ্ছা স্ট্রিম কি বন্ধ করে দিছে? Oh. Oh, finally a game where Mugiwara Faisal is here.
Okay, so we are going to be taking a break here. The next game is coming in.
Shortly.
Okay.
Rita? Okay. Welcome to game 2. I have with me Blood Anger and Nemo is AFK. So this game 2 between multiple killgasms and Innocent Blood. So you guys are watching the Syndicate Fall Championship Amateur League Day 2, sponsored by Mazda. So talking about the bans, we see a Yasuo ban and a Skarner ban. Skarner.
Garner ban for who? I'm not sure who plays Garner in.
I don't know, a Nautilus ban. I guess Nautilus for the support. I'm not quite sure who plays Nautilus there, because the last match around, their support played Bard. Yeah, Bard. So I really don't know. Maybe they just trolled or anything. I don't know about that, but yeah. So Azir ban. Azir is actually quite strong in the mid lane. Quite strong, but Azir, unless you play exceptional Azir, it's not necessarily that you have to ban it, unless you ban on pick which Azir can counter. So we see an Echo ban and a Gnar ban. We will see the first pick, and it goes goes for Jinx.
By the way, as for I know those will be mains.
ADC. Yeah. I know he mains ADC, and there's Instalog for Rek'Sai in the purple team. And Tam Kent. I have been interested since yesterday to see whether a Tam Kench will be picked. Because in the worlds we saw a lot of Tam Kench, we saw a lot of plays. Maybe we'll see a Tam Kench in it, but we saw a Tam Kench in Alistair, so.
Alistair. So who's gonna go meet Putin? Maybe Mugiwara Faisal? Or
maybe Mugiwara Faisal does mid or jungle. I wouldn't be surprised if he does jungle, because his jungle is pretty good. I played with him a couple of times in normals. Also, I dueled with him a few games in ranked. So yeah, he plays a good jungle. So we see Taric being covered. So we're talking about while we were in a break, I was talking to Blood Anger about Taric. Taric top being OP, but I didn't expect a Taric support. No, I didn't do that. I didn't expect that. Yep. So it's a Hecarim jungle for the blue team. Mugiwara Faisal takes the Hecarim, and he goes for the Braum. The Braum is, it's a good pick. It's a good pick in his position. And there's a Tristana.
Braum and Jinx, I think, can put up a real pressure in mid lane, in top lane. Okay, that's a good pick. Actually, it's a good pick. Because nowadays you see does that damage farm and give a hell lot of damage after her last whisper conflict.
So is Tana being hovered and Crash going for that Udyr. He did play Udyr yesterday in the plane. They fell short in that game, but they did play Udyr at that time. Udyr top, or maybe it's a Garen. Yeah, it's a Garen. Come on, who denies a Garen? A Garen. So it's a Tristana and a Garen pick. Garen is OP. Garen is pretty, and we see a rumble from Zero Void, and Yasif is, focusing on that Diana, or maybe it's a Vladimir, a double AP clone. What do you think about the double AP?
Double AP, I don't think it's not gonna work that way, considering the fact that Purple team may go for early magic resist. So, I don't know, let's see what they really picks. They're just hovering.
Maybe he might go for that Rumble. Rumble is pretty strong against a Garen, if you can play well. And the Diana is locked in.
The only thing about Diana picks, can be big before seeing any teams play.
Yeah, Ninja Dash still has his he is the last pick for the purple team, and it's a mid laner as well. Echo, he played Echo yesterday, but Echo was banned. Now he's hovering over that Annie. Um, Annie as a mid laner has a lot of damage, but if the blue team can just keep her busy, she might not deal that much damage unless she, flash initiates.
Notice the fact that Diana won't be able to go all in because of the fact that the enemy team has got that Rek'Sai and Alistair. It's gonna be really tough for Diana to make some.
Yeah, and if Diana does go for that all in, if Annie has a stun, Annie just
Yeah.
gives the stun and Diana is just standing there.
Yeah, that's the laning phase. But in team fight, I'm talking about, it's really hard for Diana to engage.
But in my opinion, the blue team stands out to me as a better team fight composition because of the
Overall,
Braum,
I think
the Braum knockups. Now the Braum knockups, then we have Hecarim's fear, the ult fear, and we have the equalizer. Equalizer deals a lot of damage, and if they can chain the Braum ult and the equalizer at the same time, this is gonna be devastating.
And as far I know, that Nozul the Beast guy knows both Tristana and Jinx. So up against the Tristana, the thing that should be done by Jinx, I think he's gonna know about that really better than the Jinx. I think I don't know about the Jinx thing. Ariju. Ariju Anna. That's his name.
So there we have it, the picks. What do you actually think? Which team will be better in the laning phase?
In laning phase, if comes, so I think it's gonna be purple team because I don't think that Diana is really great up against any early in the game because you're gonna get poke. A lot of poke from any early team, and yeah, and Garen versus that rumble also depends how the plays because of to see the playstyle of rumble. Think about jungler. Okay, Bricks have got some upper hand early in the game. Gank from any side of the map. Compared to Mugiwara Fossil's, Hecarim, I haven't seen a lot from Mugiwara's Fossil playing that Hecarim. What happens?
Okay, so I'm interested to see how the blue team appears in the laning phase because Rek'Sai will be ganking a lot. I expect Rek'Sai to gank gank as much as possible. Diana might probably be pushed by Annie if Annie can play to a very capable level. Diana will be pushed out. Garen will be Garen, and the bot lane has a Tristana and an Alistair. It's a good thing, and so guys, please vote which team you have seen the picks, and please tell us which team do you think will come up top in the game, and which lane will make the most impact. So let us know, guys, in the comment section. So the game is starting.
Yeah, Mr. that Arcade Hecarim. The Pokemon.
Arcade Hecarim. Well,
This Hecarim was available during a period of time because Halloween just went off.
so now we see all of the players have Mastery 5. I guess they're the comfort picks. Pretty much
Yeah.
comfortable, and
As I said about the novel, the best team.
there's a lot of I saw the Jinx. It is a good Jinx. So let's see what the teams are capable of in the match.
Oh,
So, hey guys, I'm back. Uh, well, Sabik Bhai, that means Slayer Hex. I have a question to you. That is, how do you think the blue team is gonna pull off some good team fights? Like
Oh,
the
but
chain.
the fact is they have a lot of chaining. They have possible chaining abilities right here. If you consider engaging with the equalizer and then following up by the Bromalt, like equalizer slows you down. At the same time, the the Bromalt knocks you up, or vice versa. If the Bromalt knocks you up, Rumble has ample of time to throw down the equalizer. That's a lot of damage, and they're already slowed down. That's a lot of damage. So considering that, and then if the Hecarim comes in, that's just devastating.
oh, the tradition has just started.
Yeah, the tradition has just started, but considering the blue team fight, it's immense. If you can gain those CCs, Jinx is just free to give the damage. Jinx is totally
Yeah.
free, and they can just clean sweep the entire purple team if they can pull it off.
What do you think about the purple team? How are they gonna orient the team or the opponent champs in such a way that Annie can out all of, or at least three? What do you think? How
the
can they pull that
purple
off?
team is not exactly the best team composition, team fight composition, but it's a good pick composition. You talk about the Alistair. If you get someone out of place, you can just headbutt pulverize the guy, and then there's an Annie who can just stun one and then
30 seconds until
boom, and then you have a Rek'Sai, one man knockup. You pick someone out, you can kill them off, and we have the Tristana as well to deal the damage. So it's a good pick, but the team fight is not as good as the blue team. So if the purple team wants to win this match, they have to start being very, very aggressive in the laning phase. Dominate their lanes. If they can dominate their lanes, it's pretty much they get an advantage and they can use this advantage to snowball. That's what I feel. Bloodanger, do you agree?
Type of composition is there for.
Yeah, there's a snowball type of composition, so they should just use the laning phase and just snowball the entire game. Bloodanger, say something about
About
about the game. How do you think the game will proceed?
I don't know much about the purple side. I mean, I don't know any players from that. But the team here, they're to me like underdogs, so they can pull off this game. And how you just mentioned that how they're gonna do some stuff like that. Yeah, there is a chance to win for them. There's always a chance, and the Rek'Sai is doing great now. Almost 70% of his health went out, and we can see the fight between and Diana. But I think Diana should focus on getting level 6 first before these engages, because Diana can manage well in farming up to level 6. She can be really useful, and Don't know about the matchup between Dana and any really well circum and at the top, Garen is just waiting for the push to come at him that he can take out. Oh, they're gonna be a pause. They're gonna be a pause. I think Garen is lagging there. Not sure. There's just
Sorry, I was just typing. Yeah, there's a pause. Garen, what is probably lagging?
probably is lagging. Oh, Bakuda.
So,
So yes, you did describe how they are gonna try to pull off those picks for the purple team. That is. Um, I have another question here. What do you think about this bot lane, like Jinx against Tristana? So who is gonna push out whom?
I would expect the Jinx to put out the Tristana. As Tristana, because with the addition of the Braum and the concussive blows, if Tristana, tries to push way too a bit, just over pushes, he can just get ganked by the Hecarim, and at the same time with the concussive blows, he can just give up a kill. So I think the Tristana will play safe, take it easy, farm in the lane, get fed, get some items, and then deal the damage. Jinx probably will push it out because Jinx has the rockets at her disposal. So using the rockets, she can just push the waves freely. What do you think, Bloodinger?
Yeah.
Have I co-
Yeah, it is. Of course, the Jinx has some early advantage because of her early damage that she can. So, and that Alistair is gonna be hard for him to get rid of that because and Alistair goes all in for after some time, not in like level 2 or 3. It's gonna be hard time for bot up against the Jinx stuff.
So the game is starting. Considering, so you can see the Garen is being pushed. I'm surprised at that. I would expect the Garen to push the Rumble. I would expect the,
Dana bought mana potions.
yeah, Garen did buy a mana potion, I guess. And Alistair just going and Mana got caught there using the rocket jump to run away. The concussive blows land on Alistair. This might be a kill. They waste the
Misplays in
heal,
the bot
and
lane.
Annie is trading with the Diana, even though Annie is being pushed in the lane. I did not expect that. I expected the Annie to push out the lane a bit more.
No, it was a misplay from Alistair, I would say, and not really Tristana because like you don't really need to go in push that the other guy there, then knock up Jinx. Like doesn't really do much. You're wasting mana. You're getting poked. You're getting your ADC into trouble. That's bad.
Oh,
Garen being chunked down.
a lot of waves.
We can see Rek'Sai in that bot lane. Rek'Sai might just come in for the gank. Unfab is actually out of position. We might expect a lot of damage out of that. He does flash away, but that's a lot of damage to Unfab, and Tristana takes damage as well.
No,
Don't
I would say it's a good gang from
He's getting
Rek'Sai.
harassed by a level 5 Dana. It's really risky thing for any because after level 6, if any has like this kind of health, that Asif guy can pull it off.
I did not expect Annie to actually be so far behind in the lane.
Yeah,
Annie can push out the Diana. Annie doesn't have that much of a mana cost, and she can just push out the Diana. Diana does not have that much poke, but Annie is
maybe Annie's
suffering in
playing
the
safe.
lane. I can't seem to grasp the fact that why
No,
is
Annie's playing
this?
safe. Annie's playing safe. That's what she's trying, probably. She doesn't want to
Um,
push out the
why
lane
would
too
you
much.
play safe against a Diana who has no early pressure?
No, no, no. I
Level
didn't mean
6, I
that.
mean
It's
Thanos.
like she's playing safe from gank. She doesn't want to push out too much.
Yeah,
Right.
but she's not even fixing the lane as well. And Rek'Sai just comes in for another gank. That's
Okay.
a two-man knock-up. Good
And
damage. Nozul the Beast does use the heal. But that's a three-man. I don't know what to call it. It's a trap. Let's call it a trap. But Alistar takes like I think 2 turret hits. And they just disengage. But the red team didn't come out on top there.
the actions are going on in bot lane, really.
Yeah,
Tough.
Rek'Sai is just coming to the bot lane, ganking the bot lane.
Well, there was some misplay from Alistair there. I guess you noticed it. He took
Yeah,
turret
there
shots.
was a
He was
misplay, there was a misplay from Alistar, but the fact is, um, red team should just engage and then just back off. They shouldn't overcommit too much because at that point they did overcommit and they were taking turret hits.
yeah, it's true. As
They did overstep their, they overstay their welcome.
no, it was good from Rek'Sai because I was gonna say about this, just like probably a few moments after what you said. I was gonna say that Rek'Sai should be pressuring Jinx because all Jinx needs is at least one or two items to do quite a lot of damage. A lot. I mean a lot.
Yeah, and hanging the bot lane also serves their purpose because they can just get the Tristana ahead.
Yeah.
Getting a
so,
Tristana ahead is.
yeah. So the pressure, right?
Really high kind of damage.
Yeah,
Against the
Garen doesn't have that much MR at the moment, so
Okay, that's
dealing the
risky.
and Mugiwara just goes for the Rek'Sai flashing in. 2 flashes wasted. Rek'Sai does come out alive.
I think it's a easy raid for
Yeah, and Rek'Sai didn't have the HP. Actually, stop the counter jungle.
that's okay.
See what I was talking about, that Alistair is wasting mana, and now he really doesn't have that protecting power or nothing. He cannot do anything. Like if
Yeah, the bot lane is really suffering right now.
Yeah.
The fact
Welcome,
that
Nemo
he's
bhai.
choosing to stay in lane right now.
Oh man,
That's
why
what happened.
was the
He's been
Alistar
in the lane
even
for
there?
so long without any HP or any mana. That was fairly expected. Nostrul, the beast, right now is sitting on 2,600 gold, and not deciding to back until probably this wave is out. If they choose to stay, they can actually put down a lot of damage on the turret, given the fact that Tristana is halfway through her bar.
Now we see Annie's harassment.
Now we see Annie's getting aggressive, but Annie should have done that from the get-go of the game. You have to push the Diana. Diana doesn't have much before level 6. After level 6, she gets that also.
No, actually, I think Diana should have been poking out Annie. Annie has severe range. Yeah, she has the biggest range in the game. But the cooldowns and the mana costs for Diana are so low. Crescent Strike after Crescent Strike after Crescent Strike should really be able to push Annie out of the lane. And I'm surprised that, given the fact that Asif isn't playing an ideal Diana right now, Annie should be capitalizing further on that. But the farm is very even.
It's gonna be a problem where if Diana goes all in, Annie's gonna surely give that chance. It's gonna be a tough one. But now we're seeing a passive kind of plays from both of the players. Happens. I think they want the jungler to come in mid and do something about it.
Yeah, as soon as there is a 2v1 situation, one of the mid laners are gonna go down. Neither should really have a chance to be able to flash out and still survive a gank. Annie's stun just lasts forever, and she has so much burst that Diana won't have the time to flash out. On the other hand, Diana has the gap closes, so if she decides to Crescent Strike and ult in, and then Annie flashes out, Diana can,
Go
um,
another one.
yeah, she
Another
can
one.
throw in another ult, go in, deal her passives damage, throw down the ignite, and take out Annie. So either way, any gank should result in a flash and a kill. So I'm really surprised. 10 minutes in, there hasn't been any real pressure in the mid lane by the junglers. Um, Rek'Sai has just disconnected. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
But you did notice that the bot lane's gonna be very hard for Tristana now.
Yeah,
Because
Tristana is just so far behind right now.
yeah, because Jinx is gonna come back with a BF sword and a pickaxe, and whereas
Okay, so
Tristana's
we
gonna
have a
just come back
message
with a
from
BF sword.
Odin to Nemo Bhai.
Yeah.
Any arrange commence. That's his message to you. Say something to him. Say
What's up,
something to
Honeycomb?
him. He said that. I don't know.
Let me take a look at that.
Okay, that's weird. I am not really informed about that kind of a change on Annie.
I am not informed about that as well. I don't know how
Oh,
he
okay.
knows.
No, they reduced 50 attack range on that.
A
Okay.
long time ago.
Oh.
That was a long time ago, I guess.
Long time ago.
Summoner has reconnected.
How long? Okay, Rek'Sai did just connect. Game possibly be starting shortly. Considering the goal difference between the players, Hecarim is sitting on 400 more gold than Rek'Sai. Rumble is 100 gold ahead. Diana is 100 gold behind.
Yeah, all of the goal differences are very, very small, except for the main role, which is the ADC. 1,000 gold up, which is practically the entire team's
No, it's not
advantage
1000,
right
it's
now.
500. Close enough. 500. 500.
Yeah, it
Oh.
might
It's
be
500.
500,
Oh,
but
okay, my bad,
Jinx
my bad.
is gonna come back with two
Oh yeah,
damage.
the kill, the first blood, yes. So the first blood and the additional farm. So
Yes.
the blue side is about 1,000 gold up right now at 10 minutes, and at 10 minutes that is quite a bit, especially given the fact that the gold, the majority of that gold difference is on the ADC right now, who's still sitting on that gold, who's only just recalling and will be coming back with a huge item spike.
Yes, and very scary rockets. Very scary.
Now I saw in top lane where Garn was getting a really big harass from that Rumble. Wouldn't be a great idea for Garn to go for a Skipper scroll or something like that?
Well, speaking of the top lane, I just noticed something really interesting. Uh, he didn't go for the early haunting guys, but a large rock. What do you think about
He's-
that?
He's
Yeah.
probably going for the early Zonius, perhaps?
But a larger will work here because that Garn has no magic resist.
Yeah, he's going for a Black Cleaver.
Yeah,
Cleaver.
it wasn't the best idea, but it was good. A good
Um,
idea.
I mean, yeah, it does deal a lot more damage with the additional 60 AP. But think about it. I mean, this took him back further from the Leandries that he needs, and a Leandries against a Garen just destroys Garen. I mean, it deals so much damage on top of the fact that it negates his passive entirely. I mean, his strength is completely nullified.
Yeah,
there.
as per health, that Liam instrument does damage, so it's also effective, really effective. Also out there saying.
So Garen is now out trading perhaps that Rumble.
Yeah, he has the HP. He has that phase right now. So he is being able to deal a lot of the damage back. He's farming better now as well. His E is just gonna rip through the minions, as well as Rumble, who needs to go up to be able to deal most of his damage. So pauses galore, a lot of pauses coming in. Rek'Sai has DC'd again. There is a
So
lot of communication between the two
So
teams.
I have a question. Why do you think the Diana is still, staying behind and not really, um, not really going aggressive on anybody in the map? Like,
perhaps she's just
A
farming
summoner
up
has
to get her
reconnected.
items and then just think, yeah, now it's time for me to go. But Diana's items are perplexing to me because
They're
she
really
has,
spread out. They're not really targeted at any completed items.
yeah,
I
but
expect a Sheen.
a sapphire crystal points at a sheen.
Yeah, I expect a
If
Sheen from
she's
her.
going for a sheen, it's probably she's going for a Lich Bane first. But personally, I would prefer a Nashor Steward. A Nashor Steward does more damage. That attack speed really helps with the passive. So
Oh, Zero
Oh
Void in
my
a
god.
great trouble.
If Garen is Kappa.
Garen is being Garen.
Yeah, Garen is getting back into the game right now.
Yeah, Garen is.
About Diana, what you said, the Nashor's Tooth. Yeah, going for the Stinger first is generally what mid lane Diana's do, but against an Annie, you don't have the time for those attacks. Oh,
my
so there
god.
is a gank by Rek'Sai,
And
but
there's a
he is
counter
completely
gank by
caught out. I think
Hecarim.
he completely missed the fact that Hecarim was
Oh,
flying
the
in.
tele coming from
Garen.
Wow, the Jinx ult misses. Garen comes in with half of his HP. For some reason, Marijuana
I don't
Man
know why
decides
Tristana
to
just
jump
jumped
in
there.
with very, very little AP. Concussive blows land on the Garen. It's a double kill for Jinx, right? There are 3 kills on
triple
a
kill.
triple. So 4 in total. So a gank that started by the red side. Rek'Sai had come in. He was caught out. Stunned up by the concussive blows. Hecarim's ult, Grom's ult as well, but he managed to escape with his life. But the Alistair, the Tristana, they go down. Garen, who had come in, TP'd in with half of his HP, also suffers for that. And complete whitewash, 4 kills in Jinx's lane, an easy dragon for the blue
I
side.
didn't like the fact where Tristana just jumped out there with that low HP. It's really risk move.
It was a very, very silly move. She thought she could get it, jump in, get that
Oh,
shutdown kill on Jinx,
Since I
and
played
then get the
Tristana,
reset, jump out.
No,
Really
no.
bad move. Diana had also rotated, so even if she did manage to jump out, Diana would have caught her and gotten that kill instead.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what I was saying about the Tristana that jumped in those people, she shouldn't have done that because she doesn't have items first of all, like a whole completed item or at least 2 items, and second of all, you only jump onto one opponent when you have at least 3 stacks on your bomb. Like you do 3 autos on the guy who bomb, like who
Yeah,
you bomb.
a certain kill. That was really, really a Hail Mary. That was like so hopeful.
Yeah, I
And
really
it really
like,
costed them.
yeah, I was like puzzled. Why is she jumping in? Like, does that scare the shit out of them or something like that?
Yeah, I
don't know.
mean, she could have managed to escape that if she had the jump. She was far away enough. Okay, the damage is coming in by
Wow.
that.
Oh,
Very, very well played by Diana. Very well played.
Yes.
Utilizing the fact that Annie's stun was not up at that moment.
yeah, as Nemo Bhai said, the Shin build from Dana, I'm not gonna give. Yeah, it's a really good one because the auto you can auto it like that up against any.
Yeah, I mean, you need to burst her down or suffer the bear.
Also, like that, any went down from the burst from Dana.
Yeah, Diana actually played that really, really well. She timed the second ult really well as well. I think she managed to escape the damage that came out of Tibbers.
Yeah, and that was a good flash from her as well because Annie could have put 1 Q on her and probably killed her.
Annie had the right idea there by flashing out because both of the Ults were spent, but the ignite that she threw out is a little questionable. Umfab is thrown into the turret.
That's
Turret hits
pretty
and the bomb stacks, but he manages to survive that.
whoa.
So the right idea there, but catching the wrong target. Umfab takes a lot of damage, no mana, no HP. He really should be recalling unless a repeat of what happened to the red side takes place.
Having
Yeah,
a
and
real
two all spent on
But
bomb and nothing done.
now there is a jungle fight there, and Annie is coming in with the stun ready, but she does not have the flash to complete that engage. Diana comes in to make sure that the pressure on Hecarim is not too much. Umfab walking on wards right now. Does the right thing, clears that out. But he really should be recalling. This is a very risky move by the bot lane, but a lot of damage is going out onto Alistar right now, who also has 0 mana.
0 mana, no ult. Like that's
Well,
too
both
late.
supports have no
Played
ult,
by the
but
supports.
both supports have no ult, but they should really be backing. Both of the
Jinx has her
supports.
ult.
Yeah, both of them have exhaust, but given the amount of HP both of them have, not enough. So Alistar, it did just recall.
Oh no, this is gonna be a bit. But
The rocket jump is there, so just rocket jump out of the way.
She should be actually either calling out for help or probably returning to lane because that the minion waves are pushing towards Tristan, which is bad.
the constant pressure from this Jinx here, she's gonna is gonna
Marijuana really needs to dodge those.
That was a save from Alistair. Probably it wouldn't have been a kill, but still, she didn't take damage.
So Rumble is going for the Zhonya's as the first item. Has absolutely no magic penetration right now. Um, yeah,
Garen is going for the
Garen's not
Sterex
building.
Rage.
Garen's not building any MR, but still, the magic penetration would really help with the sustained damage by Rumble. He had a really good start, but that start is slipping away. A lane gank should be coming in. So there is the engage, and Mugiwara Faisal is deciding to hold it on. So an early flash by Garen makes sure that he doesn't take too much damage.
And there's a
Rek'Sai still
counter again
decides to
from the
go in
red
for that
side.
engage.
That's a lot of damage. That was a good knockup from Rek'Sai, but Garen was just too far to deal the damage. Just too far. So both the jungler were in the top lane. Diana is recalling for items.
The
And
mid lane is complete.
Well, do you think that Rumble is gonna Zhonya's when Garen ults? Is that even possible?
That is possible.
No, is Garen gonna miss his ult?
The ult won't connect if she manages to.
so both the
land
supports
the
lose
Zhonya
their
before.
ults. The
But
bot
that
lane.
is a very quick reaction speed requirement.
I see. Okay,
I mean,
Rek'Sai is making the right
Rumble need to
move.
see the animation correctly.
So Marijuana decides to jump in again. The knockup lands on Umfab, but he is just refusing to go down. Beautiful flash out of the Hecarim ult. Oh,
Oh, Hikarim manages to get that kill.
hungry horsey. But he does pull it off well.
Annie
So the
came in,
turret
but the
is
mid
going
turret
down.
got
Annie
pushed
comes
full.
in really late. Can't save the fight, can't save the turret. That dragon is open all over again.
But they were spotted by Ward, so possibly maybe the red team might test for the dragon or
Nah,
not. The
they
Rek'Sai
really can't
isn't
afford
moving
to.
towards it.
They are just way too far behind right now. So that's two dragons that go over to the blue side. Two really easy dragons. I love what they're doing here. They're making sure that there's huge amount of pressure in the bot lane. Taking out or sending back the bot lane duo. along with the jungler, and then just really keeping up the pressure in the mid lane, taking an easy dragon, no stress.
Already 20 minutes in the game, and it looks like, the blue team is ahead. Jinx has already 4 kills and an assist.
Yeah, you have 4 kills on a hyper carry. Scary.
Garen is in the bush.
Oh, by the
Like-
way, what's your time, guys? It's
Is it a
20,
dead Garen?
15, 20.
So the Diana does
a dead
come
Garen.
from the
It's a
roam
dead
from
Garen.
lane.
But still managed to deal a lot of damage. So Garen's warding is costing him. He saw it, but he didn't react to it fast enough.
Rek'Sai should just back off right now. The Hecarim is
And
coming
he is
in.
really out of place.
The equalizer lands, and it's probably be a dead Annie.
Yeah,
The
Annie
Annie
was
does
really
go
out of
down.
place there. Had no business being there. The bot turret goes down for the blue side, but Jinx had rotated around to the middle and taken that one instead. So a lot of damage continues to go down. Hecarim's ult misses, but Diana's
I
doesn't.
think Diana is gonna get this kill easily.
So Diana is dealing a lot of burst damage right now. And Rumble is playing incredibly aggressively. Hecarim makes sure that that turret goes down so that it doesn't continue to deal further damage to the champions on the blue side. So that's 4-0-1 for both the mid laner and the ADC. Both are incredible carries with the right items, and those kills and assists really send them in the right direction.
Notice the fact that how Mugiwara Faisal is playing. He's present almost in everywhere. He's really playing well. I didn't expect that from Mugiwara.
I would say Rek'Sai from the purple side is playing really well, but the laners aren't able to capitalize on how he's ganking in the lanes. He's been coming in at the right spots, at least knocking up one person, and Jinx has so much damage right now. That a 4-kill Jinx already has an infinity edge, but the items are round about the same, almost the same. But considering that the Jinx has an extra dagger and a brawler's gloves, so a bit more crit from the Jinx. So
I
Yeah.
have a question to Nemo Bhai. Do you think the red team can really come back into this game?
Definitely. They have scope to come back. They have the champion. But I was going through the chat on the YouTube stream, and yeah, Alistair's not doing the combos that people expect from an Alistair. Rek'Sai's ganks haven't really been on par either. Like, they have such potent gank and picks possible here, but they're really not doing what you expect this composition to do. There is always an opportunity to come back when there's an Annie on the team. Always. Then there's the Garen. He's not doing really that bad. A lot of focus has gone to the top lane, but he is still maintaining a close CS gap with Rumble.
But what I'm trying to say is that considering the Garen first win for the Sterex, I wouldn't say that's like the best of choices.
No, I mean, it's actually not a bad choice. The idea is he's gonna be in the front line. He's gonna be taking a lot of damage, whether it's Diana, and Diana is on Garen right now. There is a fight in the bot lane as well. Nozel is taking a lot of damage. That ult really did wonders there. It really saved Jinx's life. That was a beautiful ult by Braum. That managed.
That's a lot of damage from the Jinx.
Alistair really
And
is
Alistair
landing the
saved
combos.
that from
So a salvation kill that goes over to Alistair, not the person that you want.
first kill of the game for the purple team goes to Alistair.
You don't feed the goal.
The Goro feeds you. Yeah, 1-2. So, yeah, had that kill gone over to Annie, that would have really helped. A really nice catch by the red side. on Jinx, who was out of position. A little cocky right now, I guess. But that Braum ult, just the tip of it manages to catch Tristana, ensure Jinx's escape, who had enough time to come back and pick up that 5th kill. A fight in the mid lane. Wow, the ignite is thrown out, but Diana decides not to commit further, given her ulti is down. And she didn't know where the other members of the red side were. Smart decision. I'm glad she's not getting cocky, given the fact that she has those items right now.
So Annie's sitting in the bush, stuns the Hecarim, just for the aggro purpose, and Hecarim just rushes to the red. You just
Yeah, Hecarim walks in and says thank you for that buff. Diana flies in as well. Diana seems to be stuck. She was just standing there for a very, very long time, even after the stun completed.
and the Baron kills
Oh!
Mugiwara by
Wow, the ulti goes down by Garen on the wrong target,
Nice.
but Tristana's bomb managed to finish that one up. Garen's really gonna be beating himself up after that. Jinx decides to solo take the dragon.
And
But-
red team will probably take that. But you're wrong.
Surprisingly, that was a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the red side. And they lose a turret in the process, the blue side. So, a good
The
start by
purple
the
team
blue
is
side that went
clawing their way
back to
in the
red.
game. They're just clawing their way. They're trying to claw their way in the game, even though that Jinx has so much damage.
Well, the blue side are making certain mistakes right now. And they're giving the red side an opportunity to come back. The lady-
I would like to say something about this Alistair. He flashed over the wall where the lizard stays. The red. That's the lizard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, why did he flash over that wall? And I really didn't I really cannot explain myself why he flashed there. Like, he was full health, he was with his team, but he still flashed over that wall.
He flashed over the wall to get to Diana.
But what could he have done to that Diana?
Had he, I don't know if he had his cooldowns. If he had his cooldowns, then he could have flashed over and then W Q'd. Make sure
Yeah,
that
his
Diana's in
abilities
place,
were
because
spent
Tristana
and-
was coming in from that side.
Yeah, but the flash wasn't really needed.
No, the flash wasn't really needed. I mean, Tristana was coming in from that side, and you know that with an Infinity Edge, she
Wow.
does have a certain amount of damage, even if not the greatest. So there you go. Annie has a lot of damage potential right now, and a lot of damage is going down to Fab as well. Tristana picks up a second kill there. Annie has 2 on her as well. The blue team, the complacency seems to be getting to them. The red team really, really has a lot of damage right now, as we just saw what Annie did. Tristana is picking up items as well. Annie is currently ahead on farm, even though Diana has 2 kills up.
And he's going for them nuking damage so that she shines in the fight.
Yeah,
So,
so the
One
blue
thing,
side
guys.
are making
One thing,
mistakes.
guys. We haven't seen Alistair pulling off the headbutt pulverized combo just yet. Does it
Yeah.
say that Alistair can't pull it off, or?
I haven't even seen him attempt it yet. You know, it's like generally, if you can't pull it off, you see somebody headbutt, and then the guy flies off, and then they pulverize an empty ground. But I haven't even seen that attempt yet. Maybe I missed it, but I haven't seen it on my screen yet. So I'm wondering, does he realize that he has that ability, or is he like, is he really tense right now?
Or
And
maybe
he's too
he
nervous
just
to pull it
knows
off.
he can't pull it off, so just leaves it out.
Even if you know that you can't do something, you still try it. I mean, it's just instinctual. You see it all the time when you're watching games, so you try to do that.
But it is a tournament game. If it were me, I wouldn't do something I can't. I
Um,
wouldn't.
Okay, it's a tournament game. If you can't pull that off with Alistair, then you shouldn't have been playing him.
Oh, then there's the Rek'Sai
Okay,
coming
so
in.
the
Garen
right
takes
ulti goes
down.
down this time, and Hecarim disappears from that fight, even though they had started the engage.
And 3 members of the blue team are moving to the top.
Very,
And
very
Rek'Sai just
smartly pulled away.
Oh, I think this guard is gonna die. And this
Oh, that's
There
just
really
sad.
isn't
That's
much you
just-
can do like that. But Rek'Sai is really, really good with the presence of mind to ult away as soon as he saw three additional people coming in. So 4 people for the blue side are on the top side of the map right now. Alistair pulling in to defend that incoming wave. The bot lane for the red side is being pushed in. But Annie heads over to the top side to defend any possible pushes on the turret.
blue team was quite a bit ahead of red team, but the defense is getting narrow.
Yeah, the goal difference is decreasing. The kills are increasing for the red side as well. The blue side are making a lot, of mistakes right now that the red side is capitalizing on. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful jumper
And
placed
that
down
was
there.
just bad positioning from.
Oh man.
Alistair, for some reason, chooses not to use his ult there. He could have survived a
I'll
lot of
just take
damage.
the tier 2 turret right now.
That's an easy tier 2. and
And it's a Baron.
the red side, the red team, they should know that this is happening even though they don't have the vision there. The map shows nobody from the blue side. An easy Baron goes over to the blue side, and that is really, really, really gonna accelerate the lead that the blue side already have. So just 2 minutes ago, the goal difference was 5,000. Now it's nearly 7.
8,000.
So yeah, 2 minutes gives you 3,000 gold if you use it right.
The Jinx just has so much damage at the moment. The red team should really.
Dragon is coming in right now. And the
Rek'Sai is
blue
already
side
there,
are
but
not in the
Rek'Sai
best
doesn't
place
want to.
defend it.
Do they even want to engage that? I really don't know why they're not positioning themselves for the dragon.
4th dragon. This gives them the movement speed buff. Really, really gonna help. Especially a Hecarim. So all the
Really?
damage in the world that the red side manages to acquire right now will not help
Then
if they
1K.
blindly walk around in the jungle like that.
Then 1K quit from the Jinx.
So there is a 4,800 gold difference between the ADCs. Another blue turret goes down. Yes, the blue side really like those turrets right now. They're really, really utilizing this Baron buff. Hecarim walks in and he's thrown over the wall, has to ult back out. He manages to escape that with his life, but a lot was spent there. Diana almost manages to take out.
The equalizer comes
So there's the
down.
combo that Sabik really, really wanted to see, but Alistair had the presence of mind to use his ulti this time, but it's still not enough to sustain all of the damage coming out from the blue side. So with Baron buff and low HP bars,
Tristana did
finally
take down
goes
the.
down, but Garen follows
Oh,
along with the Hecarim.
can may go down right now.
Jinx is still just hammering away at the turret with the empowered minions, and she picks up a kill on Tristana right after the turret falls. And this should be another kill for her. So an ace for the purple side, and the only survivor is the ADC, who is just going to continue to destroy that. So the hit
Jinx is
follows.
playing exceptionally well.
Yeah, I mean, she had such a good start. Look at those crits. Not enough damage on the ult, but sufficient to get him off.
Should
the
you just hit
defense,
away
and
with the
he's
rock
just
minigun?
taking out
Game.
that turret. Wow, so much came from that Baron buff and that team fight.
Probably, just this is diminishing the fact that purple team can has a very slim chance of coming back. The Jinx has so much damage. You do not focus the Jinx. The Jinx is gonna damage you and give you so much damage that you're gonna, in a blink of an eye, you're gone. You're just dead.
One thing I like about Jinx that even if your beat champ doesn't give some real hurt AoEs, but the rocket from Jinx does it. So after the last two
Yeah, so I was taking a look at that, and during the Baron, they managed to procure about 8,000 gold worth of objectives and kills. So that is a really, really strong Baron play.
Yeah, it is. 8,000 is a lot. And the gold lead is now 10,000 for the blue team. The blue team should probably they're now pressuring the tier 2 top turret. And Jinx is just split pushing the bot lane. Rek'Sai going in. Rek'Sai wants to engage. Flash comes in. Goes for the Braum takes down.
Have been really, really. Oh my god! And he just managed to miss that Tibbers with the stun. Yeah, Braum has really been on point with his ults, always managing to save or engage for his team. Strong fight. That Smite manages to stop Tristana's recall, but she decides to recall again. They are standing on the equalizer right now, but they manage to jump out. Ekram ults, flashes in, catches Tristana, gets that kill. Rek'Sai follows, is falling really, really bad. Alistair just cannot defend this turret against Jinx right now.
The crits, man.
Really,
The
really
crits.
weak teleport there. That crit just takes out Garen.
Jinx is just going through the turret.
Yeah, so GGs are coming out from the purple side.
This Jinx, I'm gonna say, is really excited right now.
Excited Jinx.
Oh, that was a very, very nice dodge.
Oh, that flash.
So Jinx suffers her second
This is
death
what
there because did not
Diana
realize.
is going. Diana went in and Diana killed but got an execute. But Diana did take that down.
a guy who has both Nashor's Tooth and Leash Bane.
And had a needlessly large rod
Yeah.
in her inventory.
Just needless.
So a very well played game by the blue side. Really knowing when to gank and how to maximize their potential. A lot of mistakes were made that the red side managed to capitalize on, but they just could not come back into the game, even though they had the potential. It seemed like they were a little pressured. Weren't really doing the things that you were expecting them to do.
So this is game 2, guys. And we'll be letting you know if we can stream the third match, because apparently our streamer will be playing now. It's his match, so
Yeah, best of luck.
yeah, so I'll be letting you guys know into YouTube if we're gonna stream that, and if we're gonna stream that, we'll be back shortly. Thank you guys. And
None of us will be back because it's actually our match, but somebody else will hopefully be streaming and casting for you guys.
So guys, I'm on dinner. Find someone else. I mean, like dinner got to go to the very much. What the hell was it? টিম কি এখনো চলছে? Guys, I gotta go.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay. Yep.
Yes, guys, I'm signing off for today, and the next game is gonna be streamed probably in 5 minutes. Probably, I don't know. Okay, take care.